Hello everybody, I'm Batman. No wait, I'm not Batman, I'm SJM. Welcome back to FTB One, Minecraft 1.19. Today we are just going to be doing some quality of life stuff. I've gotten all of my chickens set up for automation here. And then in the process of also doing some clearing out and such there, I accidentally set all of my chickens free. So at some point I'll be going around and slaughtering all of the chickens and keeping the normal ones around just for eggs and feathers whenever I need them. We can always put them back into an enclosure if we want later, but I've got all these set up. Not a lot in there yet because I've got to get them all crafted up. I just got to the diamond chicken, and he's 10-10-10, of course, because we just on the process of breeding everything up and getting there, it was naturally 10-10-10 from the start. So that's the only diamond chicken that I have, actually. But yeah, we're producing tons of resources right now. Can probably stop on the yellow dye. I took them out, but getting the gold back going, and lots of iron and redstone, and starting to mark out the rest of the chickens that I need to make. Just not going to put the effort into getting many of them too quickly, although I really would like to get an ender pearl chicken. It just means we need to get a nether wart chicken, which means we've got to get lucky with the cocoa brown eggs, right? Glowstone chicken is also pretty simple because we already have a yellow chicken. So getting up to that ender pearl chicken is the one other thing that I'm going to intend to get to sooner rather than later, but also have all of these ready to get some basic resources if I see a need to get into them as we move into some of the mods. So I have everything we need to get done what we want today, except I forgot I wanted to get the gold ones back. So just as a note there, you can you can stack the chickens as long as they have the same stats, and up to 10 at a time can go in a stack into here. So that's how we really accelerate. Once we get the stats all filled up, then you just add multiple chickens to the roosts and they will produce more and more and more items faster and faster. So of course, to get the diamond chicken, I did have to go to the nether, so I had to go down and get some diamonds initially so I could get obsidian initially. I didn't see another easy way to do it out there, but then I just set up my portal over there, and we actually got a blessing in disguise, I guess, because I kind of had a bit of a groan when I realized that our spawn was in the Soul Sand Valley. But does one of two things: make sure that we don't have to go too far to get the soul sand, because the soul sand chicken is one of the base chickens we need, right? And also we've got the bone blocks, which is super handy because that'll give us bone meal, which we can use to grow the flowers, and we don't have to go running across all over the world to get more flowers to try out the dye chickens, because I went through 17 yellow chicken eggs before I got one, and I got the red chicken on the first try. So it's super random. Those are the only two that I needed to get up to the diamond chicken, and that's the main reason I haven't done most of the other chickens yet, is because I just dread having to do that RNG stuff with the throwing. So maybe the mod gets updated. That's kind of what I'm thinking, and then we have the incubators or some other way to get better odds for the throwing. One way or the other, we'll just leave it as is for now. So what we are getting to today will be, so I completely forgot, I guess, off the top there, that we've got the bone I'll keep with over here. The FTB utilities is in here, right? If you don't notice up here, so there's all different options there. So in the chunks menu, we can actually claim some chunks, And these are actually force loaded now as well. So to claim a chunk, you'll just right click or left click on it. And then to force load it, you would shift right click. So now it's got the red lines on it and it says force loaded. And then you can just left click to clear any loading or force loading or any claiming or force claiming. Two big things about the claiming the chunks is it protects you from grief. So the creeper explosions won't blow up your stuff. And then when you force load it, it means even when I'm out and about, all of these chickens will still continue to do their things while I'm away, and that'll go the same for any of the machines that I get set up for other various mods, industrial craft or whatever. It'll all continue going as long as I have it within these chunks, which is why I have these little pillars of sand kind of around just telling me the confines I have in which to do my planning with, because I don't want to force load too many chunks. Not for any particular reason, but the worlds are a lot bigger than they used to be, so we used to be able to claim quite a few chunks before we run into issues, but with the world being so much deeper, they're like force loading all the way down to like -60 whatever. If there's big caves down there, then there's going to be stuff spawning and unspawning and all sorts of other things that could cause lag in your world, so just try to stay away from that. Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, I had to do a trip across the river or lake, or it's not really an ocean here, but trip across here, and I needed to get more flowers, so I came across here for a whole bunch of more yellow flowers, and I also needed a bunch of bones because I wanted to have access to bone meal, right? So I didn't have to always run away to go get more flowers. But knowing that I have the Soul Sand Valley as my spawn in the Nether, that's really great. The other thing that I didn't mention is that within the map in the Nether there is a Nether fortress within range, so I know exactly where to go when I need to get the blaze rods. But I don't think I'm going to need that if we just, I think we can get to a blaze rod chicken. That's in here, isn't it? Yeah, so the blaze rod chicken is just a gold and a lava chicken, so it shouldn't be too hard all in all. We just need to get the coal chicken, which is from a black chicken, I think. Flint and log. Oh yeah, I guess I could do that right away. Neat. So I could get coal going right away. I just totally failed to realize that. So for quality of life, we want to get a backpack, so that's going to be pretty neat. This is pretty easy, just some white dye. The string is the harder thing, but like I said, I did a full night of hunting skeletons, so obviously I got some string at that time, so I was able to make the common backpack. And then I upgraded it to the yellow one so far. And then I will, now that I have the diamonds coming in, we will be able to do the upgrade to the diamond one. I'll just do that real quick because we've got, you know, a stack and a half of diamonds kicking around, so don't have any problem upgrading that. But getting the nether star is another story for getting to the next tier there. Magnet would be kind of cool, although it does take the ender pearls. This is why I wanted to get the ender pearl chicken going, is because there's going to be quite a few handy things that require ender pearls to get into. So I really would like to get that up because I didn't even see one enderman on that whole night that I was hunting skeletons. Got quite a few skeletons and zombies and spiders, but no enderman. And then to get towards the industrial craft, we're going to need some resources we can't produce with chickens, mainly copper, but probably tin and other things as well. So we will look to get a mining gadget, so that'll just make our mining excursions a lot easier. The one thing I don't know about is actually charging this guy. Oh, that's okay. There it is. I thought this was in the mining gadgets. So when I did the @mining gadgets, I didn't see this charging station. So yeah, this is the guy I was looking for. So that's real easy. We'll be able to do that and get that up to date as well. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing today, and then heading out to get a few of the resources that we need to get into the. We'll just start looking at the industrial craft mod. So To get the low voltage stuff, we'll need lots of copper, so we'll need to go and get some of that. And then we'll get into some of the basic stuff there. So we're going to need a machine. Oh, I see. You just re-smelt an ingot to get that? Gotcha. Okay. Tin. Tin is the other thing that we're going to need a bit of to get into this mod, right? So those are the two things, and I've seen lots of those in the surface caves that are around, so that won't be too hard once we have the mining gadget up and going. Alright, so you take 3 diamonds there, gold, iron, silver, and then you take some lapis. Actually, lapis is something I didn't find yet. I guess I'm going to have to go and do some traditional mining for a little bit. I do have the backpack already, so I'll be able to go and find some lapis, and then we'll be back and we'll get that mining gadget and the charging station crafted up, and then we'll be doing some proper mining after that. All right, be right back.